Okay, how's it going, guys? Today, I want to talk about Tag, the grading company. And I want to say something first before I actually get into will Tag hold up as Beckett and PSA? I want to say this: Tag has been there since 2022. I'm kind of tired of seeing people say Tag is a new grading company. It's not. It's been there since 2022. Their slabs have looked like that. I think the last time I saw a Tag slab was like a year ago, so early to late 2023, early 2024. You know, I don't really care about Tag, but most people say that their slabs look good, but in reality, they've been the same since that time. I just want to say that before I get into this video. I want to say shout out to the Tag marketing team. I feel like they're really taking an advantage of this market right now. I feel like Tag is really pushing the boundaries and really, everyone's talking about it right now. But here's the thing I really want to harp on is that, do you think you should really sell all your slabs and transition to full Tag right now? I just think that's probably the dumbest thing you can do, because Tag, to me, doesn't hold up as much value as a Beckett or PSA. I think the reason they blew up, and I saw this on Twitter, is that someone posted that Tag PSA 10, I guess the prismatic SAR Umbreon, was going for more than a PSA 10, and everyone was losing their mind, going crazy about it. Now, I think that's what started it all. I could be mistaken, but that's when I saw someone really bring it up to my attention. It could be I just think generally people have been anti-AI grading. No one cared about Tag before, and a lot of people, anyone who would mention Tag or any AGS or any other grading company that wasn't the big three, CGC, PSA, or Beckett, would get clowned on. Their slabs would be worthless, and they'd really be worth less than up to 50% of what below it, a CGC slab, perfect 10. Regardless if it's a Tag 10, it wouldn't be worth as much. Its value would be 50% to 45% off of what it's actually worth in terms of PSA and Beckett. There's a weird conversion table or something that some people have made where it decides the actual price of hey, so a Beckett 10 is a PSA 10. I don't want to, it's kind of confusing or whatever, but yeah, that was Tag before. Right now I feel like Tag is on a really good run right now, because a lot of people are switching over to Tag, getting a lot of cards graded with Tag. But here's the thing, is it really gonna uphold its status after this boom, after everything has cooled down? Are people still really gonna talk about Tag? Because I don't know, it's just seeing a lot of people just move differently about Tag. Just seems like a marketing strat. It doesn't seem genuine. It seems very paid actor-ish, so, and a lot of people like the bandwagon, so I just don't really see Tag holding its value in 10s and stuff, because I recall when AGS came out, a lot of people clowned them for AI grading. A lot of people weren't happy about AI grading your Pokemon cards. So why the switch up now? Why are people changing their opinion right now to use Tag and validate their AI grading, when before, when terms of AI grading, everyone would talk about AGS. I know there was this one big guy who had a big following and stuff on Twitter. He would always grade with AGS, and people would clown on him and because he's using AI to grade. It's bro, why don't you use Beckett or PSA? Stop using AGS. But now Tag is going crazy with the AI, and people really validate that. It's kind of confusing to me, you know. Another thing I do want to talk about is apparently Tag is suing AGS. I saw that comment floating around. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just found that weird. Another thing, I just don't really see, like, I'm a big PSA guy, all right? I don't really care about Beckett. I'm a PSA guy. I've always been a PSA guy. I've been collecting Pokemon cards for like 10 years now, probably more than that, but it's on and off, but 10 consecutive years. And I genuinely feel like PSA is always going to be there. I know Beckett's been around, but I don't really bother with Beckett, you know. I've mostly been strictly a PSA kind of guy. I just don't see Tag really solidifying itself as the big three. I remember CGC came out during the pandemic. It solidified itself as the big three, as the third spot. But right now, they've just been going through controversy over controversy, and they haven't really been consistent. They've been taking a lot of L's lately, and it's kind of, how would I say this? It's kind of like the distrust between the people who are CGC fans and the community overall has just been clowning them on everything, and been so yeah. I guess right now being a CGC fan is kind of a downward spiral for Pokemon and TCG collectibles. I think especially Pokemon's grading in CGC is really down right now. And I think if Tag doesn't mess this up, they could probably take the third spot. But it's just weird to me that this switch up is insane. I just recall from previous years that people hated AI grading. People thought tags were worthless. I remember some people said a tag 10 was not even close to a PSA 10. It was probably I think someone posted a Dark Charizard from Team Rocket, and it was almost like a $200 difference, if not more, for a tag 10 to a PSA 10. It was something like that. I don't even know how much that goes for, but it was pretty drastic, the price difference, and people just laugh at you if you brought a tag slab out, but now it's widely accepted. It's just weird to me. But I do think Tag is really good with their marketing right now, and they're really nailing all the spots, and getting a lot of attention and a lot of people interested. I remember they recently posted something on Twitter where they said they really want to introduce Tag self-grading pods or something like that, which again could work, it could not work. I just don't know if Tag will be relevant in the future, because like I said, CGC was relevant during the pandemic. It was going through a similar run as Tag, but they kind of fell off, and the price for a CGC slab, perfect 10, pristine 10, whatever they have two different types of 10s. They're trying to copy Beckett with a black label 10 and then a regular Beckett 10. Their prices weren't up to par with a Beckett black label or a PSA 10. They were just there was it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was a drastic price difference, but it was pretty relevant. I would say it's pretty substantial. I think it would differ from sometimes between $100 to $200, maybe $50 max on the low end, but it was pretty substantial. You see the difference in money between the 10s between all three grading companies. But I just think, in my opinion, if you're gonna go full Tag, if you're gonna swap over to the Tag bandwagon, just understand, if they don't succeed with the masses, if they can't keep this momentum up and solidify themselves as the big three, I just think you're gonna lose a lot of money. I just think you're gonna get kind of laughed at when it comes to the conversion rate from a tag 10 to a PSA 10, from a tag 10 to a Beckett black label 10, or just a Beckett regular 10. I just think the conversion rate from a tag 10 might go down to like a PSA 9 level, maybe PSA 8. I don't know. It just depends on how public opinion is swayed and how many people are really backing tag at that point. Because again, PSA is always going to be the go-to. Everyone does. PSA has its faults, but it's always going to be the industry standards for Pokemon and any TCG out there. PSA is always going to make your money's worth. PSA 10 between a PSA 9 is a drastic amount of money in terms of like value. So I just don't really see tag going bar to bar with PSA and or Beckett. Beckett again, having a Beckett black label, a substantial amount of money is added to your card's value if you get a black label. I just don't think tag 10 would go fair against those two grading companies. But I mean, we'll see. I just think right now, from what I saw, that blew up tag was when the tag 10 again, Umbreon SAR from Prismatic was going for more than a PSA 10. I just think that was really inflated. Tinfoil conspiracy theory. I just think tag really inflated that price tag on that card, and it just stirred a wide controversy between the community, and it really made people go with tag. And again, here's another thing too. Just a week ago, I remember people clowning tag and saying PSA was good. Like, these big accounts were just pro PSA. And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing them post nothing but tag videos, saying how tag is good, how tag is always awesome and stuff. And it's just like the energy switch is just crazy to me. These same accounts were kind of dogging on tag, a year and a half ago. But now that it's a trend, and now that it's, gaining traction, everyone loves tag now, which I just think it's crazy. But yeah, I'm still gonna be PSA till I die. I'm not swapping over to tag. I think it has a spotlight right now. It's in the spotlight, but we'll see if it can keep that momentum going. I really doubt it won't. It won't keep that momentum. I think it'll probably fall off towards when the market cools down drastically. But let me know your opinions. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think I'm just yapping? Do you think I'm just being optimistic? Do you think I'm being stupid? Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think tag will succeed in this market and will establish itself as the top 3. Let me know your explanation. Let me know why you like tag. I don't want to hear you say I like tag because their slabs look good. I feel like when you're grading a card, you're mostly grading it for either to hold it, to make it more expensive and grow in value, or you just want to really admire and protect the art of the card behind the plastic slab and say, dang, I got a PSA 10 of this, or something like that, or I got like a Beckett black label of this, or a Beckett 10, or have something graded at least. But I just, again, I don't see, the AI thing has already been done. I just don't know why people are backing it now, when before people really hated on it and crapped on AGS for using AI to grade. But yeah, just let me know anything, your opinions, your comments. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you later. I hope you have a great day, and peace.